Hello everyone, and today in this video we will learn how you can debloat Windows. As you know, Windows 10 has a lot of software in it pre-installed. I have installed a new operating system on a virtual box, where new Windows 10 on virtual box in the completely fresh. Nothing's been changed to it. All of its apps are in here, and you can see how laggy it is. One reason could be it's because of its virtual box. The other is that there's a lot of resource things that being run, like 123 processes in the back, so and like 1.5 gigabytes of memory is being used at the moment. So there are like few things that you can do to debloat Windows 10 and make it faster for gaming or any productivity reason that you want to use it for. So first of all, if you like installing new Windows, I would highly recommend you install Tiny 10, which is basically just a very pre-debloated version of Windows 10 that has everything stripped out of Windows and is very smooth to use. So away from all that, we have, if you have already installed Windows 10, a new version of Windows 10, and don't want to bother downloading and reinstalling again, you can basically go ahead and do these methods. So for that, go to our start menu and right click on it, and you will see PowerShell, Windows PowerShell. Click on Windows PowerShell admin, because it will need to make some changes that are basically just very like high performance needed, like high priority needed. There's a script by a guy named Chris Titus, which is very I can say is very extremely powerful for removing this all bloat in the PC. So basically it's IWR. I'll put it in the description. You can just copy paste it. So we run this command, and it will download some files that it needs to run. So it will give you a prompt checking if Chocolate is installed. Seems Chocolate is not installed. Install it now. You have to press Y to proceed, to let it proceed. So now it would just download some files and then install them. Okay, so it's done installing and doing all its things. So now what you have to do is basically you have some files over here that you can install. If you like have a fresh install, you can just select some browsers that you want, some communication app like Discord, another development, or any other type of things that you want. This is all up to you. I am not gonna install any. So first we go to tweaks, then we simply just take this following things that I am going to do. So run shut up, disable telemetry, then Wi-Fi sense, disable activity history, delete temporary files. It will delete the files that are in local temp. Don't do this one, because it will take some time to do this, and set services to manual. This is must, because there are some services that just keep running in the background and which you won't really need. And then we have disable power throttling. Basically what power throttling is, that it's basically just for laptops, that it like changes power up and down, that it will change according to the need of the software. So you don't really, I don't think, need this. And then you don't ever do this, because it just removes the security on it. Then remove all MS Store apps, remove them all. And we have Cortana, Edge, and that is all. Now run tweaks. Now as you can see, it's creating a restore point. So if anything like goes wrong in the system, you can just restore it from our system restore point, which is very like good thing to do if you're running, like doing these tweaks. and don't know what some tweaks can do, what damage can they do, or what damage they won't do. So it's a good thing to just make us create a system restore point. Okay, so our tweaks are done. Okay, so as you can see, it says tweaks are finished. So let's close it all. Let's before moving on, let's restart.
A few minutes later.
Now as you can see, we are down to 59. Like we have decreased more than half of the background files that were running. So let's close that and go ahead and do a few things. So let's do another thing where we delete our OneDrive. Let me delete like all of these unnecessary things like Paint 3D. You don't want need Paint 3D. Okay, your phone, you basically won't need it, but it's forced upon you by. Okay, so it's been deleted. Now our processes should have decreased a little bit more, and as you can see, our RAM usage has also decreased to 1.2 gigabytes, and it has increased a little bit because we launched some. So after that is done, if you want a little bit more on the more like resources available to us, we go to advanced system settings. Okay, now we go to this page, performance. Now just click on this and just select the ones I am going to select. So do this one. This would really help you a lot, and if you are like multitasker and like have a productivity things on your computer. And don't do this one. There was smooth edges of screen font. Apply this. Okay and okay. So this would make your computer even more faster. Now thanks to Edge, there are more things that are running in the background that are taking more files. Okay, now as you can see, it decreased. And then the last thing that you should do is turn off the transparency from the personalization settings. Let me show you where it is. Go to color. This thing, I just have it in the virtual box, so I don't want to activate it right now. So just take this, uncheck this, and just disable transparency, because it basically uses GPU and CPU to load all these transparency effects on different, like on this, behind this and all that. So this was all for this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.